Back. It is going to be a bit rough out there for tonight. We've got a tropical storm warning for our Georgia counties, including Murphy. This is until further notice. There is actually no defined time the National Weather Service has issued for it. But we also are all in a flood watch from now until 2 o'clock tonight, or 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and a high wind watch from 8 o'clock tonight until 8 o'clock tomorrow. And that's going to be for the southeast Tennessee just in general. So lots of high winds, strong gusts. Heck of a lot of rain, tropical storm conditions, at least for Georgia. It will be weakening through our area. Right now, most of that rain is just off towards Murphy and outside the area. Just spotty showers in the interim, and that's pretty much what we'll end up seeing. Most of that rain yesterday also fell out there towards the east. Almost 5 inches near Murphy, and they are going to get even more coming in with this system. And luckily, areas like Chattanooga and off to the west only got about a ½ inch to 3/4, which is great. That's a good starting point, because if it was just dry ground with Helene coming in, it would cause a lot higher chance of flooding. But now with the rain that we have, some places are going to be better than others because wet ground can absorb rain a lot easier than dry ground. But there is still a limit to how much it can do all at once. And we've got a lot of rain still on the way. So off to the south, we do have Helene still just kind of peeling apart, bringing more of that moisture up and along this front, which is lifting it, creating a lot of these showers and rain pretty much all throughout the east. So this is not Helene, what we're seeing now. That's still well off to the Gulf and in the tropics still. Hasn't even made landfall and won't likely make landfall until later on this evening. As we get further into tonight, though, after it makes landfall, we'll likely see its effects. So just bands of rain and storms coming off of Helene being lifted up by the front. We'll see them coming in for this evening. So on the drive back home from work today, it's very possible we could have some of those hazards on those major roads, some slick roads for sure. Then we get into the night. Starting at 9 o'clock, we'll see that heavy rain in Murphy and Ellijay, pushing further in by 11, fully in by midnight and 1 a.m. And it's just a constant stream of heavy rain in extreme rain. That's that deeper reds and just those reds in general all the way through the night and into the morning, very much affecting those commuting hours around 6, 7 a.m. on all major roadways. Flooding, very high potential for that. Remember, turn around, don't drown. We want you to get to wherever you're going safely. And if you can, just go into work late, because those roadways are going to be very rough out there. Only hit the roads if you absolutely have to. We've got those showers heading off along the north, 11:30 to 12 o'clock. We'll be much better off. And you can do and go about your day the rest of the day, but the wind gusts will still be quite strong. For tonight, moderate risk for for flash flooding. No real major severe weather risk. This itself is severe on its own with that flooding chance. High risk around our North Carolina counties. And then tomorrow, as that system moves away, just a slight risk. So flash flooding, I would really expect to happen tonight into tomorrow and tomorrow morning, especially during those commuting hours. We're looking around 3/4 of an inch to an inch for today. Then Helene comes through. We're getting another 4 to 5 inches total with this whole system, maybe even 6+ in some other areas. Wind gusts could reach around 45 to 50 miles an hour. Along with that heavy rain, could be bringing trees down with how overly soggy the grounds are.
Important information there, Ryan. Thank you very much. And of course, as we were talking about, Hurricane Helene is gaining strength as it pushes toward Florida.
Taking a live look in Florida, as forecasters say, Helene could grow to a Category 4 hurricane by the time it makes landfall in the Big Bend region later today. The National Hurricane Center is warning of damaging winds and life-threatening storm surges as high as 20 feet.
And Florida Governor Ron DeSantis now urging residents there to prepare now and heed the advice and recommendations of local officials.
We can't control what path the storm, we can't control how severe it is, but you can control what you do throughout the balance of today into tomorrow morning. So do things that are going to put you in the best possible situation to come out of this safely for you and your family.
Thousands of Floridians have already evacuated. DeSantis assures residents that state officials will be there to respond as needed.
Some 3,300 National Guardsmen are gearing up to respond to the hurricane.
Officials in Florida say another 2,000 Army and Air Force Guard troops could be activated if needed.
These guardsmen are pre-positioned around the state to provide responsive, sustained support, including high-wheeled vehicle rescues, aerial support, route clearance, and commodities distribution.
The dangerous flooding is expected to extend into the surrounding states as Helene moves north. The storm currently has 5 states under emergency declarations.
Experts saying it will likely be the strongest hurricane to hit the U.S. in over a year. And by this afternoon, wind speeds in the storm are estimated to reach at least 130 miles per hour.
And now tropical storm winds are expected to extend all the way through Georgia and into our viewing area.